Sisters of Leisure with Tracy and Michelle. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, everybody. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know whose team y'all choosing, but may the best team win, okay? My name is Tracy, and I am just one half of Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michelle, the little sister.
We're going to work on that intro, you guys. I promise you, we're going to work on it very hard for next time, okay? But anyway, we have an amazing guest. She is like no other. I mean, she makes me laugh. She is highly intelligent. She's beautiful. She got swag. She is just none other, okay? I mean, when she enters a room, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Period, point blank. Her name is Lecita Porter, and she is the business owner of Dystinctive Touch.
Yes.
We're so happy to have you.
I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm telling you, I've been so excited because I'm just like, I'm gonna be a star tonight. Like, they gonna do their Super Bowl thing, but I'm gonna do my thing for the Super Bowl. So it's all good.
Yes. So Lecita, just tell us about Dystinctive Touch and how you even got started.
Oh, so Dystinctive Touch is my new baby. So I have been a legal hairstylist for 27 years. But I have been doing hair out of my parents' kitchen since I was 13. And I struggled with whether or not I wanted to be a hairstylist. But at the age of 16, I had my first child. And I knew that I was good with my hands. And I knew I wanted to take care of my baby. So I was like, well, I'm going to beauty school so I can take care of me and this baby. So fast forward, I worked in several salons and finally went back in 2015 and got my instructor's license. And everything's running together. In 2021, I decided, okay, I think I want my own. I'm not ready for an actual building. So I toured some suites and I was like, okay, this can be a start. Because a lot of times I don't want to despise the day of small beginnings. And so that's my small beginning, but that's my small beginning to branch out. And so I was like dealing with my alopecia. Okay, I'm distinctive because I don't look like nobody else. Don't nobody look like me. So I'm a distinctive diva. That's what I named myself. And so when I was trying to think of a name of a salon, I'm like, okay, you got to have a name so these people can come and inspect and get all this going. And I said, Dystinctive Touch, a distinctive look with an untraceable touch. And that's Dystinctive Touch was birthed.
I love it. I love it. Now I got to just ask this question. Now you is beautifully bald.
Yes.
You do hair, you've been doing hair. You specialize in doing hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does that work? How did you feel about that? How did you have to deal with losing your hair to being a beautician?
Oh, baby. Now, you know, I experienced all kind of crazy. I experienced all types of crazy because I struggled with first, who's going to want me in their head? And I'm losing my hair. So who's going to want me in their head? Who's going to want me in their head? And so the thing was, God had to deal with me. And God had to deal with me in a way like set me down and get hardcore. You lost your hair. You didn't lose your skill. And it used to be it was a bother at first because I'm like, okay, I was my own walking billboard when I had my hair. I was my own walking billboard when I was making wigs for myself. But now I'm living life as a bald woman. How is this going to work for me? So I did spin into I'm not going to say a state of depression, but I was almost there. I was starting to isolate myself. I was starting to pull back. People was making appointments and I wasn't showing up. And so because I was struggling with who's going to want me in their head and how am I going to hold on to my clients? How am I going to pull in new clients? So I mean, I started acting all kind of crazy, and God had to really deal with me. And when he dealt with me on that aspect, baby, it was all go then. It was all go. I was passing out my cards when I would see people rocking their locks. My new phrase became, oh, hey, I see you rocking your locks. Please give me a call. And I would just give them my card. And some people they would look like, oh, you do hair? Oh, yes, I do. And in my mind, because, you know, I got two girls in my mind, Sasha and Samantha. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, you need to come and see me. Don't worry about my bald head. Let's get yours together. And so it just became a thing where it was easy for me to give out my cards. At first, it was hard, but then my passion for hair, and not only my passion for hair, but going through the hair loss that I had to experience. Now I educate my clients more in the chair because I don't want another woman to have to experience the road that I had to travel.
Yeah.
So I've become more passionate about helping them be educated about what to do with their hair, what not to do. Okay, we need to back up off the braids for a little while. Give your hair time to rest, especially these edges, because they on their way on vacation. And then from vacation, they're gonna pack up and move out and they're gonna be gone. Yeah. So it was a whole lot of educating them as well as myself. So the journey, it was a hard journey, but baby, I love it now. So I always tell myself it was good that I was afflicted in that area, because now my passion to help my clients that sit in my chair and then the new ones that will come, that helps. So,
it probably couldn't even happen any other way. Well, you know, there's many ways things happen, but you know, that because you're a master cosmetologist, correct?
Yes.
And you know, like a master cosmetologist, someone who is a master of their field, and now you have to really kind of put yourself in a different look, a different role. Like, hey, I have no hair on my head, and I'm about to come to you and solicit your business. So it just makes probably a stronger cosmetologist, a stronger person, and you know. So that's a beautiful thing. So how did your confidence get built? What did you do to build your confidence?
Ooh, baby, I had to talk to myself. I had to constantly build myself up because I had so many breakdowns in my bathroom. Like my bathroom, if we had some cameras in my bathroom, I could have won several Oscars, you know, from the ugly cry, from the, you know, the slide down the wall and picture fit. Like, I could have really, you know, got some awards with my performances in the bathrooms, with my breakdowns. But I had to start talking to myself. And I had to start reassuring myself, because let me tell you, the enemy was busy. Okay, who gonna want you with a bald head? Because at the time I was single, you know, and I can remember when my son's daddy and I were together, he used to always ask me, who gonna want you with 3 children? So that took me back. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I got 3 children, 3 grandchildren, and a bald head, and a bad dog. Who gonna want me?
Not the dog.
Said, you know what? Somebody gonna want me with this bald head. Because if you look past the superficial foolishness and see the real person, then you fall in love with the real person, not what's on their head or their body. And so I had to start talking to myself, and I had to start telling myself, you know, I had to go back to the word of God. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, how dare you think that you're less than because you don't have hair. And like for me, I'm bald by choice and force. I just got these bald spots all in the top of my head. And so I didn't want to live up under a wig anymore. So I
Mhm.
chose to shave the rest of my hair, and all these different Donald Trump comb overs that I was trying, it just wasn't working anymore for
Yeah.
me. And
Yeah.
so I had to do what I thought was best for me, and that was to free myself.
Yeah.
And
Because that was
so
heavy.
what
That has to be real heavy.
it's heavy. It's heavy. And what happened, because I found the bald spot in 2000. I didn't start living in my truth until 2019. And so with me doing the lives and stuff, it was helping other people, but it was helping me because I was still struggling with, okay, I'm getting ready to expose the fact that I'm losing my hair, and I have to be okay with this.
Mhm.
And so I started encouraging myself. How they say, encourage yourself.
Mhm.
And I had to encourage myself and linked up with other women that was living bald, beautiful, and free. And I was like, oh my goodness, this woman is rocking these bald heads. What's wrong with your friend? And
Mhm.
so I had to snap myself out of, and then my mama used to say all the time, well, it's just hair, it's just hair. And finally I had to tell her, mama, although it's just hair, you have your hair. It's just not just hair for us that are losing our hair, because a lot of times our hair is connected to our identity. And I don't care how we try to separate the two often go hand in hand. And
Yep.
so in me separating my identity from my hair, that was a hard place to be. But I always tell people now, my pain had a purpose.
Mhm.
And this, my pain, I had to go to it to get to this purpose, to be able to help other women and to increase my business and my walk as not only a cosmetologist, but a cosmetology instructor and a salon owner.
Mhm.
So me living in my truth has helped me in so many different arenas of my life in
Mhm.
this business.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I know you have clients that come in that may be experiencing what we both have experienced. What do you say to them if they're just not ready to?
And I tell them, only you know when you're ready. I had to walk that walk all by myself. And only you will know when you're ready. Nobody can tell you, girl, you should do this or you shouldn't do that. And like I tell them all, you have to listen to yourself, listen to your heart, because you're going to have people on both sides playing tug of war with your emotions. Some people telling you to do it, some people telling you not to do it, but you have to listen to that still small voice on the inside of you and follow your heart. Because I had a lady from I think she was from DC, and she messaged me and she said, can I call you? So I was like, yeah. So I sent her my number, and she said, I'm in tug of war. I don't know what to do. And I said, well, I can't tell you what to do. Only you know what you need to do. I said, but when you get to a place where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you'll move. That next week, she called me. She said, I have an appointment with the barber. When she left that Monday from the barbershop, she sent me a picture, and I wasn't being mean. I was just being honest. I told her, I said, you look 10 years younger. Because what we don't realize, when we're carrying around that fear and we carrying around that bondage and we carrying around that weight, that will weigh us down and it will show on our faces.
Yes.
And it will take us to a place that we have no business being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's like two different, like you said, two different voices in your head. Like one saying, do it. And I was like, no, but I can't, like, but what if, and what if, and what if? And it's just like this something that's inside you that wants to just be free and be great and be, just joyous without having this thing that you feel so dependent on. I just love to see it. I love to see the bald beauties, the bald bad ladies, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just, for real, like it's so in your face, but like, okay, listen.
Right.
It's a joy. It is a joy to hang out with us, because it you know, most people struggle anyway with self-esteem issues or whatever they're going through personally. And then we just all bald headed, just walking around here,
Yeah.
all open. We
Yeah.
wide open.
Yeah, kind of like in your face.
Yeah.
Take it, take that, take like
Yeah.
my Puff Daddy say, take that, take that, take that, take that. And that's how it is. We just out here. And the beautiful thing, I was reading back in the slavery times, they would shave our Black women's heads to demean, to make them feel less than.
Hmm.
And I said, to be able for us to walk out in our boldness, it's just like we standing on the shoulders of our ancestors that had to go through those demeaning times. And now we can walk in a room and own it. Because I tell everybody, behind every bald head woman, it's a powerful story. You just better be ready to embrace all of it and take in all of that power and all of that beauty, because this power, it don't come just overnight. It's process. And it's process. And then sometimes that power is streamed from a dark place sometimes. But baby, when we get it, that's one thing about knowledge and education. When you get it, can't nobody take it from you. And it's just like that power. When you get it, can't nobody take it from you. And like I tell people, because you know, some people still make bald head comments, and baby, I love it because you can't affect me with what I've accepted. I accept the fact that I accept the fact that I'm bald, but I also accept the fact that I'm absolutely beautiful. Can you handle it?
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's what, you know what, I wouldn't be able to see any other attitude but that attitude. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
When it comes to, you know, because we as Americans, as Black, you know how much money, my brother broke down a lot of stuff today about spending or whatever. But just black haircut, I just knew black haircut was going to be part of the top, you know, 1 or 2 on what we do for hair.
Right. This is studies from, I think this was 2021. The hair industry alone was almost in the trillions. And I'm pretty sure it's there now.
Yeah, just a lot of money. A
lot of money. A lot. And I even think that all the money that I spent and all the money that I wasted covering up my bald spots. I'm like, honey, I could have had my own little strip mall by now. I could just go in the backyard and kick myself all over the backyard. Trying to hold on to something and spending money on something that at the end of the day didn't even matter.
It wasn't even serving you.
No, it wasn't even serving me. It was keeping me in bondage. And that's why I tell people, you know, I had one young lady, I was doing an interview with her, and she was like, you know, wigs are an accessory. Wigs are an accessory to some people, but a wig is not an accessory to me. A wig is a place of bondage for me, because that was my fear factor that I hid under, and I didn't want to expose my truth. So it's not an accessory to me. Now, will I put a unit on? Oh, yes, I will. But for me, putting it on my head, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know you are a distinctive touch, but what other businesses do you have?
So, I have the Blue Rose, and that is my jewelry line, my jewelry, my t-shirt line. So I make t-shirts and I make jewelry. I used to be really big in like a lot bracelets and necklaces, but I find myself now focusing on earrings. And I think because with me rocking my bald head, I like to make earrings now that just stand out. And just accentuate everything from the neck up, just make it say pow in your face. And so now I'm on this earring kick.
Yeah.
But that's my main thing right now, the t-shirts and my earrings. And that's like a separate entity, and I'm trying to tie it also. You know, I'm in this class right now, and baby, it's hard because I believe I have like some ADHD and some ADD, but all mama gave me was the BELT. So I don't know how to control that thing, but my mind just be all over the place. And I feel like I am like a serial entrepreneur. I just have to see my money on everything that I'm putting my hands in now. And so this class is kind of bringing everything together. Like I got to do it in bite size. And so right now, my biggest thing is growing Distinctive Touch out, growing it out. But then I said, you know what? Even growing Distinctive Touch out, the blue rose is still on the inside of Distinctive Touch, because women come in and they want to purchase earrings, or they want to purchase a t-shirt with a catchy slogan. So those are my big things right now. The next thing I'm trying to put my hands into, but I want to wait till I get these babies really going to where I can go to sleep and wake up in the morning and see the bankroll doing what it needs to do. But I want to help bridge the gap with these schools, because the school teaches these students how to pass state board. They don't teach them how to be professionals out here in this industry. And the gap is so large. I want to bridge that gap so they can have a smooth transition from the school to the chair. Because the biggest thing right now is a lot of salon owners are saying these students are handheld, and they really are, you know, because the school want to see, because at the end of the day, I don't care how they try to twist it and turn it, the school is a business. And it's not only educating students and graduating students, it's bringing clients in and doing their hair. And it's not teaching the student how to be a proper professional. Yeah. So that's my next project after I get these two babies.
So when you say it's important to have a mentor.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And I have a mentor in this program, but I still don't feel like they're putting me to the, like, this is the seat that you sit in and don't move until you take care of this. And so like, I feel like my mentors, they are phenomenal, but they still have the accountability, making me be still and making me focus. Cause that's my thing. When I see a problem, I want to fix it right then. But I need to focus on what's in front of me right now. I'm like tunnel vision. I can't look to the left or to the right. I got to look at everything in front of me.
And to complete, because when you were saying that you need to show the students how to be professionals, and what aspect of that, like you said, it's kind of broad, but what do you mean by that?
So, you know, I don't know, like a lot of times now when you go on these booking sites, these new stylists, they want you to come with your hair already shampooed. So that's the experience all in itself that you have taken from the client. They're not.
I was wondering about that. You know, because I was going to mention that, and I didn't want to think. I didn't want to sound tacky, but I have been seeing these TikToks or whatever, or Instagram, where they're like, you know, you have to have all this stuff already done, and then it's like $200.
Yes, yes. And my thing that just tears me up on the inside, because I'm like, who training y'all? Because first of all, you have not done a consultation. You have not analyzed this person's scalp. You don't even know if this person's scalp can handle what they're asking for.
You know what? They leaving money on the table.
Yes.
Thinking they. Can you say that one more time for the people in the back? They haven't done what consultation, didn't do nothing.
No, they haven't done the consultation. They have not analyzed this scalp. They don't even know if this scalp can handle. They not only do not know if the scalp can handle it, they don't know if the hair can handle it. Because if that hair is weak and fragile due to whatever circumstances, whether it be life or medication, you haven't even asked this person what type medications they're on. Because certain medications, especially when it's dealing with the blood, it cannot handle certain surfaces because it's weak and fragile. So they have eliminated that part of asking questions. So you just sitting this person in your chair, performing a service, and then weeks later they come back the whole backside of their hair gone, and you don't have no explanation of what happened and why it happened. And it all started with the simple conversation of a consultation.
Mm.
And I'm just like, and even like the students, you know, my director and my learning leader, they was trying to explain to me, you know, you still have to coach the students. Okay, they do 1,500 hours. When those 1,500 hours are up, it's pushed out the door time. You graduate, you prepare for state board, you go to state board, you either pass or you fail. And most of the schools, they make sure they train you to pass so they can keep their pass-fail ratio up.
Mm-hmm.
When you at 1,300 hours, when I come to you getting ready to start your ticket and your consultation page is blank, baby, I got a problem.
Yeah.
And all I see is red. And I'm just like, okay, why haven't you did the consultation?
Mm-hmm.
And they looking at me like a deer in the headlights. So you know what I say? I'll be back. Do the consultation and I'll be back. But sometimes when I circle back around, they still haven't done it.
Do you think the questions are hard? They're not really mentally capable of just answering them? What is going on when it comes to that?
One of the biggest questions is, what are your desires? What do you want to see today? Are you having any problems with your hair? Tell me what the last time you had your hair done and you absolutely loved it. Tell me what was the process. It's like very open-ended questions, and all they have to do is write them down. So what I find myself having to do, I come over there and I do the consultation. And so this training that they have, they want the student to do everything, but the student is not doing it. And so the educational leader and the director, she was saying, well, you need to prompt them. I said, you know, let's think about the armed services. When these babies go to boot camp, they are trained in boot camp how to fight. They don't get to the war and then learn how to fight in the war. Once you get to the war and you trying to learn how to fight, baby, you have been doomed. So you got to be prepared. You got to be armed and dangerous going into the fight, not try to get armed as you get into the fight. You too late. And they can't wrap that around their heads. And so then, and the thing is, you know, I've taught in different schools. And so I've seen students graduate from different programs, and everybody's program is different, but the same problem is going on in every program. And so I know the gap is still large. And when I see come with your hair already shampooed, and some of them say, come with your hair already shampooed, already detangled, and already parting, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And it's like some people come to a salon to relax, to vent.
Yes.
It's so many reasons why.
It is therapeutic in a way.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? And it's a form of, like, I mean, a lot of people look at it as a form of self-care, but I think, you know, a lot of ladies have taken it out of self-care too, you know, like you said, you know, to shampoo, that's the experience, to get shampooed, to feel, you know, that stimulation and, you know, to get all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, tell us one more time how we can get in touch with Lecita Distinctive Diva Porter.
So I am on Facebook as Lecita, and baby, it's Lecita. It don't sound like it look. I don't know what happened. It's Lecita Porter, Lecita Porter, and on Instagram I am Lecita Porter. On TikTok I am the Ball Baddie 77, and on LinkedIn, I am Lecita Porter. So, baby, all the social media platforms, just look for Lecita Porter. If nothing else, look for the bald head, beautiful girl.
yes.
and the rest it'll navigate you to me.
Yeah,
I love it.
Now, one quick gem for anybody who is going bald, what would you tell them?
Live in your truth, love yourself, be nice to yourself, talk sweet to yourself. You can't expect other people to do what you're not doing. So you have to love on you before anybody else can or will. So you love you first, and you encourage you first. And then you live your best life as a bold, beautiful, blessed woman. We out here.
Yeah.
Okay. I love
Well,
that. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we thank you for watching Sisters of Leisure. We are just so honored to have you on our show, Lecita Porter. Super Bowl Sunday, get your wings, get your whatever you're gonna do. Just enjoy yourself this evening.
Yes. And
Go
thank you so
team.
much. Thank you so
Yes.
much for having me. I appreciate this space.
We thank you for being here. We thank you for being here.
All my pleasure. My
Yes.
pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Lecita.
My pleasure.
That was
Yes.
fun.